Not that old yet.
Here, you want a little earbuds? I got those over here.
I'm good.
Okay, here we go live.
There we go. All right, good evening. It's always right to the wire here in Talk on Radio Land. I'm Al Flowers. I'm joined today by two knuckleheads. First guy's Brad Storm, of course, back in the seat again, looking good, wanting to punch people in the face, every day.
Yeah, just don't be hitting me tonight.
And we get, of course, my stalwart, Jeffrey Zapp, the Zapper. Welcome, everyone, to Talk One Radio. It's always a pleasure to be here and be with you. Nice of you to join us. We're going to try a couple things a little different tonight, I think. We're going to try to record this session, but it's not taking it. So.
Go figure.
Go figure. Yeah, why not?
Technology.
Why not? But, we're going to make it anyway. Tonight we have a great show. We got Doug Fair joining us at about 7:30 or so. You'll be hearing a lot more from Doug Fair with Successful Seniors. It's a show he's going to be running every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. So tune in then if you want to learn how to have a nice, comfortable retirement, make a few moves. He's got a lot of answers to all those questions that you're scratching your head about. So you guys only got 40 years experience doing this, and he's an attorney, JD. He's got the whole spiel. He's certified to do what he's doing. He's very successful. He's new to the Low Country area. We're really privileged to have him, and it's a great opportunity for us and for him too. So that said, July 14th, we're halfway through July already. Be serious.
Wild Wednesday over the hump, right?
Yes, indeed.
Hump day?
Yeah. Hope.
It's going to be 90 all week.
The
Sunny
humpy
too.
dance.
Probably sunny, I guess, all week.
Yeah, we've had enough rain, I think, right?
It's kind of raining this weekend?
No.
Okay,
It's going to be, 40% on Monday, but that's through the weekend. Probably sunny. The rest, 90 degrees is the high.
Nice.
Right.
I like it hot.
Hot and wet.
I'm not looking
Like the
forward to
jungle.
putting gas in my car. I'll tell you that. I just saw
Why is
that
that?
it went up. It went up another 4 cents.
Yeah, well, $4 a gallon.
I guess that's good. What does that say? Yeah, right.
I'll be riding my bicycle.
Thank you,
here
Joseph
soon.
R. Biden.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's supply and demand. It's supply and demand. I hear these liberals screaming about this and these leftists. That's the first thing that they go to, supply and demand. Listen, if there was so much supply and nobody was going anywhere during COVID, there should be like reserves up to yin yang, right? There should be like tubs of this stuff waiting around to get sold.
There's tons of
Buy
people
a
coming.
Tesla.
There's tons of people coming to the island.
Yeah, buy a Tesla. Keep.
Oh yeah.
You want to keep.
Buy a Chevy Bolt or whatever.
Have you ever
Still
driven
get
in a
those.
Tesla before? Did you guys ever?
I
drive?
never have.
No,
my
thank
buddy
you.
had one, and I've driven in one. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty
sure. Buy a
impressive.
Tesla, save the world. Except don't mind those little African kids that are digging in the cobalt mines.
We got them fired up, Brad.
You know.
Yeah, stand back.
No problem there. They're just digging it
Keep
out
digging.
with their hands. It's no problem. Hey, listen, you know what happens to those?
That's what I was thinking earlier.
It's out of control already. Yeah, you get two of these
Come on,
voiceover
Captain.
idiots
You're the
here. We
captain.
got,
We're just-
Hey,
First
Big
mate.
Al.
Yeah.
we gotta
Just
have some
swap the
order,
decks. Let me
please.
go
Can I
back
have
to
some
cleaning
order?
this.
Hey, bowling leagues are opening back up. So
Well, there you
do
go.
the Fred Flintstone with the bowling.
Twinkle. I know.
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
he could be John Goodman. You do, man. Yeah.
I know. I'll be the big.
Let me tell you something, Dejo. Remember that dude?
Yeah.
John Tortoro or whatever. Yeah.
Let me tell you something today.
Jesus.
All right.
Don't
this is gonna
mess
be
with the
crazy.
Jesus. Right?
get back on track anytime. Here.
Oh, yeah,
Focus.
sure. Sorry.
Jeez, you get two of these clowns together.
Hey,
It's like,
You brought us
daycare.
knuckleheads in here.
Daycare.
Yeah. it's like herding cats, huh?
All right, boys. Get something serious going on.
Yeah.
I tried to adjust you with the talking to the young African children, but that didn't even move you. Yeah, but you
Chat
idiots
lines
don't have
filling up.
you don't have a heart. That's all.
I'm the Tin Man.
Yeah, Tim. I'm the
I mean,
scarecrow.
These guys are digging, cobalt out of the ground so these people can ride around their Teslas
Whatever.
and their
Putting
Versas and all
putting
this
Nikes
leaves.
together, you know.
Yeah, right. Okay, and plug the car into the fossil fuel.
Well, you have a lot
Power
more
board.
batteries, right, floating around.
Oh yeah,
They
hey,
have to
listen,
go somewhere.
exactly.
They're
And they'll
healthy.
bury them right next to the turbine wind blades.
Right.
You
We're
know.
saving the environment.
Yeah, right. These people are. Joe Biden has lost his. Well, we know he lost most everything. He's definitely, his wig is so loose, it's pathetic. I mean, the
I'm
guy's
not gonna say what I'm thinking.
green jobs. Yeah, green jobs. They're bragging about $3 trillion through the Senate. You know, the Senate Democrats think that they're big bruisers now. You know, they got 3-point-something trillion dollars for human infrastructure. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, what's that? All
I looked it up today.
Oh yeah. Tell us
Yeah,
about it.
it's green everything. Jobs, Job Corps type problem. You know, like the 3Cs, WPA. These guys are pulling out all the stops from FDR.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna have. You know, you're gonna make $28 an hour picking up trash. You know, and on the side of the road. You know, meanwhile, people do that for free. Volunteer
Yeah.
organizations do that.
Big Al does.
I do with the veterans.
I wanted to do it with you, but I can't because I can't get into that group.
Sorry, we turned you down.
No trash for you,
I can't pick up trash.
but we can give you a vaccine.
Yeah, let's go door to door, door to door, door to door. I tell those people to get off my property immediately.
Just like the solar panel guy.
Him too.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
What's wrong with photovoltaic cells?
Yeah. Yeah, right. They're made in China, by the way. I think there's one
Not all of them.
only one company here in California that makes them, and they charge 4 times as much for the
Made in
product.
China.
You don't have to spend $1
With
when
a
you
Y.
get them. That's what
China.
they always tell you.
Well, sorry we threw you off your game there a little bit.
I'm good. I'm
Big
good.
time. I
I'm
thought
good.
you were all squared away, ready to rock
Listen,
and roll, man.
well, I
Lock,
am.
cock,
I
ready
couldn't
to
get a
rock.
word in edgewise. You were
I
cackling
gotta
like
take my
Kamala
gun
Harris.
cap off. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go sit in the corner.
Yeah, well,
You're in the corner.
Exactly.
take off that
Go sit
Kamala
under the light,
Harris.
the little red light on there.
You got the Kamala Harris disguise on today.
Oh.
When she gets laid down with a
Them's
tough
there's
question.
fighting words.
Bro, I hear you.
How big it fell off.
I'll open up a can of whoop ass.
Yeah, meeting Sarah Jean were coming down there, and someone's getting an ass whooping.
These late night shows. I mean, this is
Yeah.
the first time I've been on here. On
Well,
late
welcome
night.
to the show, man.
Yeah,
Isn't it
man.
great?
It's been a long time since you've been hanging around. You were buzzing around to terrestrial radio for a while.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a great experience.
Sure it was. Yeah. No,
Had a great time.
right. Working in a gulag over there. You know, nothing like going to work and getting people wiping their feet all over you.
Oh yeah.
What was that? 103.1? Is that the
Oh god, now he's blasted me. I love you.
You're gonna have to edit that one out.
No, just keep it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I don't. Hey, listen. I saw when I saw that video that they took of you, busting your hump, trying to make things right, and doing your job plus, and then they treated you like some kind of circus clown. I'm sorry, man, but that my love for you extends past those, jack wagons over there. I don't care about them. They don't impress me. I'm just a itty bitty little smallish internet streaming radio station. I guess they have all the juice, but they don't have the character, integrity, and they're not even men as far as I'm concerned, especially the big, tall, young, tough guy that thinks he's funnier than everybody in the room,
I appreciate you standing up for me.
No, I mean, it's not about that. It's about, I just felt that what kind of employer puts something on in a public forum that does nothing but embarrass a man? That's what I
Well,
saw,
it didn't
Brad.
embarrass-
And
I wasn't embarrassed. So.
well, I was for you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you made me realize that. So.
Well, I'm not trying to teach a lesson here,
I
Grasshopper.
mean, I like
I'm just
comedy
telling you.
relief. I'm like, I guess
You're
I was
not
cut-
in there anymore, and you should be happy that you're cutting your
Well,
own
yeah.
trail through
Oh,
life.
I've always cut my own trail.
Right
I've
on.
always had to make my
Right
own
on.
path because you know what? People don't realize what they got in certain people. You know, there's a lot of things that I could do, and they just didn't utilize my skills. And you just get tired of, like you
Right.
said, being walked on. And you know, treat people with respect, especially the people that come to work early, that will stay late, that will be there, that can do all their jobs
Right.
outside of whatever one certain thing. But you know, take pride in good workers. No wonder people don't want to come back to work because people are treated like crap.
Exactly. See, I got you fired up now.
Well, it's true, man. You know,
Well,
what's the
that's
point
it.
of being a good worker?
Right.
I don't even know anymore. I
Well,
mean, even in the government work, it's
well,
like
you work for yourself now. You know how
well,
hard
yeah,
you work.
I work my ass off.
Right.
So, but it's for me.
Yes.
I don't have to listen to somebody BS me about what they're going to do for me.
Right. They throw all kinds of chum in the water and expect you to just kind of like,
Well, this is what's going to happen. This is what's
yeah,
going
oh,
to happen.
sure, we're going to hire you
Yeah,
full
can you
time.
write that on the dotted line because I don't believe in anyone
Yeah.
that I don't really know personally anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, you get there's legitimate companies out there. I'm not saying all terrestrial radio is bad. All I know is 103.1 and any of their affiliates, the idiots that work over there, you know, they got a problem with it. Bring it to me. Give me a call, 1-843-800-1492. I'd be more than happy to thrash it out with you.
I just wanted to say, we're glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here.
There
too,
you go.
man. I'm glad I'm here
Right.
because I know what I come back to the place where I'm loved and appreciated.
Right
And that's
on,
what
brother.
this is all about,
Right on.
right? This is about respect and love and doing our best.
Exactly.
And having fun while we're doing it, right?
Well,
We're
that's
joking around. I'm sorry we got you sidetracked.
No.
You know,
I don't mind.
what do you expect when you
You
get
gotta make a bit out of it, man.
together?
So,
Life's all about learning, and I've learned so much since I've moved here. It's been an uphill climb, and you know, you're going to keep learning things and keep growing, and you just got to let things. You can't let every little thing affect your day.
right.
And that's one thing I've learned as I've gotten older. I just there's certain things that are put out there on social media, or somebody takes a clip and turns it the wrong way, or you're associated. I did an interview recently with a guy. I didn't even know that he was. I guess he frauded some people. I guess he took their money and didn't provide any work. But I did an interview, and then I was on a video with this guy with false gurus. And I'm like, I'm not even a guru. I don't even train anybody, coach anybody, or anything. But my video, out of the hundreds of videos of people he interviewed, mine was selected to be on there with that guy. So,
Oh, jeez.
and it bothered me like when I saw it. But then I realized, man, you got to be confident. If it bothers you all this time, then there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm always good to people. I always bend over backwards to help everyone out. I don't take anybody's money. That's for a fact. And, you know, I just came to grips with it, man. I'm good.
Right.
You know,
You're not only doing voiceover work now, you're doing video work too. And
Yeah, I
it's
do.
damn good stuff
yeah, I'm
too.
doing video work. I do voiceover work, and I'm going to keep doing it until I die.
Right. They can reach you at what?
770-337-3737, bradstormvo@gmail.com.
Right on.
Please don't call me late in the night.
Well, you know, this is a worldwide radio station, so you
Well,
never know.
Well, I'm on Eastern Standard Time.
So how about a little respect?
Little respect. RESPECT.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know about the story you just shared. I'm sorry to, it's
Oh man, it's like it tore me up. But I talked to Corey Disson about it. I talked to a bunch of people, and you know, I was good to get things off my chest. But you know, at the end of the day, you know who you are.
yeah.
You know if you're a fraud or if you're genuine, and I'm not a fraud. So you know,
No, you're not, and it's it's unfortunate. Things happen. And I sometimes naively or ignorantly get into a situation where then you're just because you're associated with
Guilt by
somebody.
association.
There you go.
But those people don't know me, and they're other voiceover artists, and they're not going to buy my services anyway.
That's it. So
I'm
you're
not a
gonna be
coach.
golden. Hang in there. Yep.
A little adversity never hurt anybody. I mean, it's made me. I just keep building my skin gets stronger and stronger, man.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm not talking, you're no Pollyanna to me. I'm just saying that those guys had an opportunity to make fun of you.
Well-
they took full advantage of it.
You may be aware of that because I thought, it was all joking and fun and games.
I mean, here's
when I did that, it was all fun and games. But then you made me realize that that's not cool.
No,
That's not cool.
Right. I was like going
You know?
crazy. I was.
Oh, I know. And I'm like, I couldn't respond to it at the time, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
that was kind of crappy.
Yeah. I mean, you're standing there with
Yeah, I had
your
mud all over
mud
my
all over
pants,
you
yeah.
because you were hustling, and these guys, you had,
Oh, that's so fun.
yeah, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah,
I
it's
could
just
bring it
easy.
up and play it, but it doesn't matter. They're bums.
But I
There'll
moved
always
on.
be bums, and that's the end of that.
I moved on, man. Life's,
Right on.
I mean, you gotta keep moving.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What do we got on the show tonight?
Doug
Fellas?
Fair coming in, man. Well, he's not coming in. He's going to be calling in from his office, Successful Seniors. He's the owner. He's going to debut his new show beginning at 9:00 in the morning on this Saturday.
All right.
So be ready, be wise, get your pens and papers out. He's going to really be laying it down. He's got a great book out, and it's an easy read. It's like, maybe 110 pages long, but it's right to no fluff, right to the heart of matters. And
40 years experience.
yeah, the guy is loaded. I mean, I'm talking about loaded, and he's a very nice guy. Day or night, you can reach him. He'll be talking about that tonight. I don't want to steal his thunder, but he's
It's a good teaser.
a good dude. Hey, listen, let's talk a little bit about crime waves over in Chicago this weekend. 100 people shot, only 100. Unfortunately, 18 fatalities south side Chicago. More black on black crime that no one seems to want to even address. Even the mayor of that fine city, where she turned down federal help when Donald Trump said, listen, we'll send you some help, get that thing under control for you. She said, no way. I have no interest in any tyranny from you. We don't need any help from you. Now she's crying like, well, I don't want to use the term. She's crying like a little baby. She wants the feds to come in and help her now. Now she wants help. All right. You go and face those families that lost their lives between Donald Trump and right now. And I don't even know if the feds are on their way. All those people, how about the 18 fatals last week?
Is that the average?
No, that's what happened.
I know, but is that the average every
I don't know.
week?
I'm sure that, well, the average is probably
It doesn't shock us anymore. That's
double
what's
figures
going on
for
over there.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, some over the 4th of July, it was 300 shot or
Oh,
something like
yeah,
that.
hey, man.
And they only lost like 15 people then. But, because you were stubborn, you wanted to play the politics, you wanted to play the leftist, I don't want anything from Donald Trump. Pretty similar to Como. He cried loud enough trying to shame the guy into it. And Donald Trump provided everything he wanted. And he still sent those poor people into nursing homes to infect half the nursing homes. And he sent all those COVID patients. Nobody's talking about that anymore. Why not? Drives me nuts.
Short-term memory.
Yeah. I mean, mainstream media just ignores it. How about the Cuban situation? Those people are crying out for freedom. They've been under the thumb of communism for 60 plus years. There no food. You know what a bag of rice costs over there? $5 Canadian for a 2-pound bag of rice that we can buy in our store for like 88 cents if you go to Walmart.
Get great value.
Yeah. It is great value. Can't deny that. I mean, even though it comes from China, probably. I don't know. But I'm telling you that, too bad that Cuba wasn't connected to Mexico somehow. They would have got, VIP treatment coming into the United States. I would have brought them into the United States. There's a contingent in Miami. Huge. Over 100,000 Cubans live down there. they're all screaming, we want to send them food. We want to send them money. We need to get these people out of there. I just saw in the news that the administration, these dictators over there, they have like several different types of, they have the plainclothes police, they have the military, they have the uniform police, and then they have like the SS. And these guys get into the mix, similar to what happened on 1/6. And they just start picking these people out of the crowds, the ones that use the microphones, the ones that are obvious leadership positions. They snatch them, throw them into vans, never seen again. Gone, never seen again. They don't have any due process there. They're just jailed and probably murdered. I'm sure they're not given the key glove treatment over there. That's how they stop it. That's how communists work. That's what the whole deal is. All you kids running around with Che Guevara shirts on. I'd like to kick you right square in the keister. You have no idea what a murdering fool that guy was. A revolutionary. Oh, yeah, he was killing people if you didn't like him. He'd just take their family right out of their house, shoot them. That's a great guy. That's what we need to, model our United States after. That's where we're headed, Jeff.
It's being ushered in right now before our very eyes.
It's
Excuse
scary.
me. It is scary, but I think we start to see more and more of our civil liberties being taken away, basically eradicated.
Right.
You talked about these infiltrators down in Cuba where they come in and they nab up these people and they disappear. Well,
Right.
the whole thing on 1/6 that happened up at the Capitol. If you remember that, we've got several hundreds of people that have been detained
Yeah.
and not necessarily charged, and
They're
there
still
are
in jail.
hundreds that are still in the hole, so to speak, the
Right.
gulag.
Right.
They're being locked up in solitary confinement.
Right.
Folks. This
Not
is here.
not even
this,
charged.
this is not in Cuba. This is in the United States of America,
Right.
being denied due process. So the parallel is strikingly similar.
I'll tell you, we're not far from it. You take a look at, I saw some film today of inside the Capitol building during 1/6 when the protesters got in there.
Mhm.
They were negotiating with Capitol Police. The Capitol Police, right straight on the video, were telling them, "We'll let you in here, but you have to make no, tearing things up and all that.
Not too rowdy.
Yeah, not too rowdy. Keep yourselves together." They were like, "It's not a big issue." I shared that on Facebook. I'm sure it didn't get anywhere near published, but it's out there, folks. Go to Rumble. You can check it all out. There's stuff coming out now about this. And plus, I still am sitting on attack about the black officer that shot Ashley Babbitt in the throat. I saw a film of that, and it's horrible. She wasn't doing anything but doing a normal protest move, like shaking the gate. Next thing you know, this guy pulls the gun. You see the gun come out, and boom.
Yeah, well, she was starting to climb through the window, and
Baloney. She was.
she was. No, I'm just saying that he didn't give a warning shot. Or
Well, he doesn't have to.
He
Look,
just
there was
shot her.
what was
Yeah.
the lethal move that she was making?
No, that's what I'm. That's
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
there's no
suggesting.
warning shots.
There was no. That's what I'm saying. But she was climbing through. Well, it looks like it wasn't regular glass, by the way, because if you look at the video, it looked more like it was some sort of a plastic or plexiglass.
Right.
Mhm.
But with that being said, I've been to several, high security areas,
Right.
and my question is, this whole Capitol, we knew what was going to be taking place there. Why didn't they have the proper security?
Right.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number two,
Yeah.
right? And like you said, if they're negotiating with some of these, or if these uniformed officers were, we still don't know the extent to which people have been infiltrating. We know that there are unidentified, these co-conspirators, these folks that haven't been charged, right? That are working, they're informants, the FBI, they've been embedded within the Proud Boys, some of these other, quote, right-wing conspiracy theorist groups, right?
Right.
These sympathizers, they get in there. There's still a lot of questions that I have about what transpired on 1/6.
Sure.
And I think that, there's a lot of video evidence footage that we haven't had a chance to see.
Well, it's leaking out now.
And yeah, some of it is. But you know what? So at this point, what are we going to do? What can we do?
Well, we can just keep griping about it. I mean, that's the best we can do, and writing our political, people that we elected. What else can you do? I mean, you're damned if you do, and you're, a lazy bum if you don't. Call somebody. I mean, we got to go to break right now, but we'll talk about this one on the other side of the Doug Fair interview. You're listening to Talk One Radio. We'll be right back. What are you going to do?
Well, here in Bluffton, man, they're having issues at the police department.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that too.
They, I don't know. I mean, I always say, with regard to leadership, I'm not pointing fingers at the chief, but man, you got 50 officer department, and we've got people, third officer resignation in 4 days out in May, and
they're barely getting people to do the training. I mean, I went to some of the training events. They had maybe 10 or 15 people try out. They're not getting a lot of people wanting to be cops.
No.
They used to have hundreds,
Yeah, right.
and they just don't anymore.
yeah.
That was a real nice one. Oh,
Our mics are hot, by the way.
Which ones?
I don't know.
All of them?
Check yours and see. All right, thank you.
Mine on mute.
I don't know. This happened the other night.
Yeah, well, that's on.
I have no idea why that happens.
Hello.
yeah. I have no idea why that is. I got it off.
It's still on. Do you want me to just log out?
It's probably that Mellon app. It's got to be that. It's got to be. There's a leak through one of these cameras.
Do you want me to log out while I'm doing this stuff?
No. That's 4, right?
This is
Yeah, this is
1,
3.
2. This is 3, right? Yeah, that's crazy. You got them all. Yeah, I'm tapping on it. I got it on mute. On Melon. I'm not familiar with him. love that commercial.
All right, we're back. Hello, we are back, and this is great. We got
I
some
don't
more.
think we ever left.
We got some more technical difficulties. We can't get these mics. At least the 3 and 4 mic will not shut
This is
off.
a new form of censorship we're not familiar with. My
Yeah.
goodness.
They're
So we've
making
got
us-
some folks on Facebook that are telling us that the audio's leaking when we cut out. So
Yeah.
my theory on this is it's one of these cameras that is leaking. I don't know. And I obviously am not listening to the live stream on Facebook. But if you're on the Facebook stream, if you do us just a favor and drop in, because if the audio quality isn't good, then it's definitely coming through one of these webcams
Right.
or one of these cameras that we're using for live stream. If the audio quality is good and it sounds like a broadcast sound, then either way, if you'd let me know or let us know, I'd appreciate that. We can try to troubleshoot that. We did have this happen about a week ago. Al and I were broadcasting in a similar situation, but that particular instance, I was trying to isolate it and it looked like it was my webcam or Al's webcam.
Yeah.
So if you could just drop us a comment, we'll appreciate it. We'll continue on with the show, but thanks for listening. If you have any would love to take your calls here before once we finish with Doug Fair, 843-800-1492 here at the station.
Right on. Let's make sure that he is calling in here. I'm sure he is. All right. I can't until she throws them to me.
Well, anyway, I was saying on the break, they heard me. I might as well talk about, you were discussing law enforcement up in Chicago, but here locally within Bluffton, as I had mentioned, it seems like they're having some challenges, which I didn't know about. I know there was a new police chief, but I didn't recognize there was a situation with the police department over there. Did you hear about
Yeah.
this?
Oh, yeah. I definitely. I wrote it up in the show notes. Let me just scan down here.
So there was an article in the Island Packet. I think I saw it yesterday when I was actually working on it. I try to scan through the Island Packet, but these are two journalists that I have gotten to actually enjoy. Kaysen Bayless is one of them, and another one, Jake Shore.
Right.
And they wrote a really nice article, a piece on what's happening at the Bluffton Police Department. And it said a slew of resignations at the Bluffton Police Department since Chief Stephanie Price arrived in October. Emails obtained through a public records request show Mayor Lisa Salka found the resignations very concerning and asked the chief to respond to the questions about Price's leadership of the more than 50 officer department. In May, 3 officers resigned in 4 days. That's right. 3 officers quit within 4 days.
Yeah, they got 5 total.
And at least 8 officers have resigned in 9 months since Captain Price took over the department, right?
Yeah.
So
She's the chief, Price.
yeah.
They took a captain and demoted him.
Well, she's a captain as well, isn't she?
Well, she's
But they
She's the
demoted
chief.
Captain Babkowicz. I'm not sure how to pronounce
Yeah.
his name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they took him down 2 grades.
I think I met him before, and they took him 2 grades down to a sergeant,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So obviously the morale is affected over there. And again, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm simply reading this article. It was an Island Packet.
Right.
It's certainly concerning. I mean, across the United States, we're experiencing with the attacks on the police and this defund the police movement.
Yeah, that was one of the chief's excuses that she gave, that this is not just happening here in Bluffton, but it's happening elsewhere. Now they do have someone that had resigned and
Captain Bates or something like
yeah,
that.
he wrote a scathing departure letter that outlined the lack of leadership and the toxic environment that these patrol people have to deal with.
Oh yeah,
I
here
mean,
it is. Captain Bill Bates. He retired on May 7th.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and revisit that after Doug's on the line. Let's get him in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Doug Fair from Successful Seniors. He's the owner of the new company that's debuting his show this Saturday at 9 o'clock. And we're happy to have him on board. He's a professional in every way. He'll take your retirement and either make it grow or give you the answer your questions so you can get to sleep at night if you wonder if you're going to have money tomorrow. So let's bring him in now. Doug, welcome to the show. This is Al Flowers, joined by Jeff Zapp. It's a pleasure to have you. Good. Sorry, we got sidetracked a little bit chasing around some technical problems, but we're back and we're glad you're on the line with us. I've been great, man. I'm looking forward to our first show this Saturday at 9:00. I got my fingers crossed that we'll have those new shirts for you. Yeah, you got the floor. You got the floor, brother. No, I did not. We've been down here about 13 years now. Yeah, so it's a bit of a time. It's been a bit of a time. Well, I think, the volatility of the market right now, the bond market is absolutely going bonkers. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say yes, but I'm thinking about, right. Yeah, I think about $5 loaves of bread. That's what I think about, you know. Right. Right.
My mom would take me to the state of Colorado, and she would a $100 bill and the whole car was full. I mean, really full. Above the car was full.
Sure.
Now that was in 1971. Today, if my mom would have taken the state, we would still give the state $100 bill. But how many percent of the car is going to be full? Because of the fact we gave her $100 in 2021. What do you think?
I'd say maybe 30% of that.
A little bit less. Great guess. It's 23%.
Wow.
So everybody out there, I mean, gas, more expensive, energy, furniture. The other thing is everybody out there really went up to internet because labor costs and the shortage of people that are really going out and wanting to work. Going out to dinner is another 6% more than it was before COVID. So do the math, okay? So get your bill, give, or the person buses their butt, give them 20%,
Right.
and then another 6% of inflation. Think about it. Who wants to really enjoy the fact that, yeah, you go out to dinner, not that much.
Right.
I want to talk about that on my show. I have over 100 different topics to talk about. I really want to help people. It's going to be great.
What do you find, Doug, for people like, let's say, I live in Sun City, so it's an over 55 restricted community, but most people that live there are already retired from in one form or fashion, but a lot of them are not, with the cost of everything going up, including our regime fees and gasoline, things are they're starting to pinch pennies pretty tough. And a lot of them are going out and getting hired by Walmart and all that. Your program helps these people, correct?
Oh, absolutely. So, probably the big force of what I do is tell people, because my second book that I wrote called Positive Future, it really talks about the way to return. But another one for people that are retired and they're like, okay, this is what I have, this is what I want to do, what do I do now? And now I find it all the time. Every position is so crazy where they're not sleeping on it because they need 80% of the portfolio in a brokerage account, which they don't understand. They don't open the brokerage account. They don't really want to pay that. And so I really take what they have and I sit down with them and I say, these are some of the things you can do to make sure that you have what's called sleep insurance. Now, you may never have heard this before, Al, but sleep insurance is the ability to go to bed at night knowing that tomorrow's going to be a free day
Right.
because you're going to be able to afford it. You get what I mean?
I hear you, Lynn. I think, let me just make a quick point for all our listeners. You told me something when we first met and we had lunch together. You said, listen, I don't make a dime from people that I help. I get paid by other companies that for their financial instruments, correct?
Absolutely. I'm not a fee-based. I mean, you can go to successfulseniors.com. You can see what I'm all about. You can check me out. I do not charge a fee. There's hundreds of times a year, and I guarantee you, since I've been on this island, because I'm fairly new, and I moved to Colorado, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life here on the island. So all these things
Right.
I'm not a fee-based planner. I wrote 2 books on retirement. Great ability to like have a picture of what people are doing. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I just keep them. I really have found the gift to share with them what they need to do. That's a good point because people are like, "Oh my God, I listened to this guy on the radio. There's no way
Yeah.
you'll never write a check out."
That's pretty reassuring to me. If I was going to invest what's left of my nest egg and, get into a relationship with you. And then, I've been there. I had a big chunk of money that I put with a brokerage house, and I paid more in fees almost than I made.
Al, retirement is the longest period. Say that again. Retirement can be, and for most people, is the longest period of unemployment in your lifetime. You cannot afford to have market losses, fees, or pay somebody commission. Because if you have that stripped out, you are in trouble.
Right.
So I don't do that. I mean, I realized, I wrote my second book to tell people that, believe it or not, the reason I have accumulated 1,800 clients is because I found a niche. I found a way for people to invest their money. Now, am I going to ask somebody to invest all their money? No. I believe in the Jul Brad Storm. I believe in diversity. I believe, like, if your brother-in-law's a broker and you've got 150,000 with them and you feel good. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not the kind of
Right.
aggressive person
Right.
that makes you change everything. But the proof is in the pudding. I mean, research what I've done. I mean, you can look at me online, you can find, books, you can do all these other things. I'm out to help people, and it's just it's a beautiful situation. It's not aggressive. It's something where people are like, this thing called inflation. And you know what? Now I want to go back. We have a little time.
We do.
I have had the opportunity to have all my girls come home for summer break in Philadelphia, Southwest Beach. We like to celebrate out in restaurants. And being a financial advisor, I love to go to restaurants because number one, guess what? I'm not cooking. Number two, the food is a lot better than what I would be cooking.
Well, you're on track.
But here's what I'm gonna tell you. I get the bill, and then I am a big tipper. I mean, I was a waiter through law school. So
Sure.
I'll tell you that I love to get tipped. But by the time we're done, I can't help but thinking on the way home how awesome it was, but also how much I paid.
Right.
So if I would have taken all that money and would have said 5 and 5, and I would have went to Harris Teeter, and I would have went to the grocery store, it might have been 3, 4, 5 nights of groceries.
Yeah.
But people are not thinking that way. When they get to know me, because the things the way that I think in regards to interest rates, inflation, what's going to happen with the market, and all of the bubbles that might be coming. So I just hope that everyone out there give me a call. I have a toll-free number. You're gonna be able to listen to that on Saturday morning.
Yeah. Go ahead and give that number now.
I would just love to talk to them one-on-one.
Yeah. Give that number right now, Doug.
Well, I mean, I have a toll-free number here on the island, right?
Yeah.
And so on Saturday, I'm also going to be talking about it. But they can
Okay.
call me from anywhere on the island, and it's toll-free. It's through, through Spectrum.
Okay.
When you and I were a lot younger,
Right.
you were a true 800 number.
Yeah, right. It was
You
Mhm.
remember when it was 800?
right. Yeah. Not a
Okay, well, then it was 888,
Mhm.
and then it went to 877,
right.
and then now it's 833. Now, I told Spectrum that, I would pay them extra to have an 800 number, but they said impossible.
Well,
Wow.
Isn't that awesome how things are changing?
yeah, things are changing rapidly. And they are. What do you
The other thing I want to talk a little bit about is
go ahead?
Talk One Radio. I just want to talk about you and Linda for a minute and how I feel like already you guys are family and how it's so nice to work with you guys. And we're going to be lifelong friends. I know that I just really want to thank you for helping me along with all of these things. And my show's going to be great because I promise everyone out there every other Saturday I'm going to have something new where you are going to learn a concept that you've never heard before because people are trying to hide the truth about all the things that are happening with your money. And I do not do that. I try to tell you the absolute truth of what's happening. I am 60 years old. I have moved to Hilton Island, and I can tell you that, the things that you're thinking about and the things that are going in your life that are happening.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And we're going to have time on that show to take callers too. So people can call in and ask a question or two, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope people call it because, the thing is it's beautiful when you have questions because it brings up a lot of different things where, I get on this radio show and I talk to you guys, I have this kind of agenda that I want to talk about, but when somebody brings up a question and brings up scenarios about things that have happened in my life, my clients, where dealt with 18 people, where I'm like, oh my God, that happened 2 weeks ago. This is the way that you handle it. So it's going to be great. And I'm totally blessed, Al, that I've been able to meet you and that. So I'm ready to move forward. And I will see you guys on Saturday morning,
That's it.
9 a.m.
That sounds great. You were definitely privileged to have you on board, and I can only echo the fact that it was made in heaven, so to speak, man. So we're definitely interested in working with you. I know we're going to go far. This is going to be an exciting time for both of us and the whole Talk One Radio network. We're going nationwide. We have been for 1 week already, so we're going to be waiting for the numbers to come in on that. So it'll be really interesting. Come hopefully by next Monday, I'll have those from the people in Minneapolis. But we're totally fired up to have you on board. I appreciate you taking the time to come in here and having a little chat with us, lining us up. And what are you going to give us a little peek under the covers there? What's the first subject that you're going to pop?
I really want to talk about the roadblocks that people that are getting ready to retire or have just retired. The roadblocks that they're facing, and I will tell you, I'm going to share 4 of them, but tonight I'm going to share 2. The first one is interest rate. In our lifetime, I'm 60, like I told you. In my lifetime, I've never seen 4%. Number 2, inflation, purchasing power of the dollar. Everyone out there, you have to realize that you have to maximize the safety portion of your portfolio. You remember when I just talked about taking everybody out to dinner?
Right.
Well, that's a fixed cost because the thing is, I get tired of cooking. And so, once, twice, maybe, twice a week, I love to take the family out, but I would love the interest on my money to pay for that meal. And so I'm going to show people how by doing lifetime income and doing some of the other things, you can really, really
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I'm going to talk about roadblocks in the first segment. Most important. And I just urge everybody out there, call me. You have my toll-free number. If you can't get into the show, call me. I will address everything that you have, and it'll be great.
Sounds good. We look forward to seeing you. Thanks for calling us tonight. Go ahead, my man. Go.
One last thing I want to tell you, brother. I have a staff of several people who help me. Okay, so I have a marketing organization. I have a daughter that helps me with all of my stuff, and I have a staff here on Sunset Island. And so it's not just me, but I mean, we will get back to you, and everybody that reaches out to me, really try to get them a copy of my book called Cost of Retirement, which I know you've read out
Yes.
13 times, right?
Oh, yes. Dog-eared.
Totally talking. But the thing is that I just want to make sure you're maximizing what you know is the whole story. I want you to know what everybody's doing. I want you to know how banks are making money. I want you to know how stockbrokers are making money. I want you to know how I'm making money, so that you have an educated view of what's happening. And then you make the choice. But it's going to be totally, totally a valuable proposition. And so I look forward to it.
Absolutely. I mean, knowledge is confidence, and with the right direction, you can't lose. And I think if people jump on that show this Saturday, 9 o'clock, Doug Fair, Successful Seniors. Doug, thanks so much for the call tonight.
Al, thank you, and thank you to Linda too, and you guys have a great day.
All right. What a great guy, huh?
Yeah.
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 I mean, it sounds this, I'll tell you, this is going to be the cherry on the cake, quite frankly, with on Saturday morning. Who doesn't, get that cup of coffee, get your bagel, get your notebook and pencil, sit down with Doug Fair, Successful Seniors, debuts this Saturday at 9 o'clock on Talk One Radio. We'll be right back after this break, and we'll continue on with the show. Thanks for hanging with us.
I'm gonna listen to that one. I need financial help, so that's good.
Well, I'm going to ask him come Saturday about let's see, everything's off, man. I'm going to ask him about, what age do you have to be in order to start messing with this? I say the earlier the
A
better.
lot of us don't know. I mean, I don't even go out to the hardly anymore. Just for the fact that you're gonna drop $50.
Still open.
I love all the listeners. I'm so supportive of. I'm glad they're supporting us.
What's going on with Mike?
Yeah, come here, kid. Now, that's what's supposed to be right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's supposed to be right, checked off.
Yeah, that's what we did for the back. I don't know. It's really strange.
Behind the scenes. Mommy, a beer. Hey, a beer. What do you got in there?
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yeah, Mike's still open, by the way.
Last segment. I'm gonna film too.
Oh,
The last segment, they're around 8:30ish. So make sure to get riled up.
Yeah, that guy is, he's a real nice guy too. I mean,
Well, a lot of us need financial help. So
yeah, if you don't think you do, you're out of your mind, especially with this.
I'm gonna check that one out for sure. Because I know I need it. Every little bit of knowledge is power, like you said. You know?
Yeah.
Used to keep the AC's really good in here.
Yeah,
I like it.
me too.
It's like an igloo.
It's like an igloo.
It's chilly in there. Igloo style. Have to go swing by Taco Bell after this. I wish there was a place that gets sent fast food meatballs or something. That'd be nice. When's Chick-fil-A open in America? Never.
Hey now, we're back, folks. Thanks for hanging out while we paid those bills. We appreciate it. I got to talk about some of our special friends that we have on board. Wounded Spirits. They're a biblical approach to dealing with the effects of post-traumatic stress, not only for our veterans, but anyone who would like to attend a free workshop series. July 24th. Session number 4 covers guilt and survivor guilt. Session times are 10 a.m. till noon. Beaufort Town Center Building, 2015 Boundary Street, up in Beaufort in the 3rd floor training center. To register for any of these workshops, they're free. Please call 843-379-8696, extension 231, or the cell phone. It's the best number for you, 703-606-3858. Leave a message. If no one picks up, please. You're welcome. Veterans, non-veterans, first responders. If you need help, Wounded Spirits will help you. It's a completely free class. It's always free, always confidential. The Vineyard Assisted Living and Memory Care at 25 Cassidy Drive hosts one of our family members, and we're glad that she's there. The place is brand new, top quality food, top quality help. They're all vetted. They all love their job. There's more smiles than frowns over there, I'll tell you that. And the people there that stay there are really nice too. The residents there are just a hoot. I mean, I've been in there, and both the guys and ladies are always in good spirits and hanging out. Guy asked me one time, did I eat breakfast yet? I said, I don't know. Are you hungry? He said, yes. I said, well, you haven't had breakfast yet. So they have a really nice dining room there, and off he went to the dining room. It was great. And listen, if you're interested in doing this, the Vineyard is giving you half off community fees if you mention Talk One Radio. So they're extending that courtesy because they're a client of ours. And, if we can do that for you, we can do it for anybody. So make sure you get on over there. Call Lindsay 843-258-4207 and arrange for a tour. You'd be surprised how really well endowed the place is. All right, EFIT Club Fitness Connected was over there today, knocking it out. They're offering free 7-day pass.
Show the guns.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
The gun show. Where's the beach?
Where's the
Oh,
bridge?
yeah.
Okay, big deal happening over at EFIT Club. Blood drive this July 20th, 10 a.m. to 12:30. To make an appointment, let me see. They ask you to scan this QR code. Like you can scan it. I don't know. Maybe you can see it. Take a picture of that.
Screenshot.
Screenshot.
Screenshot and scan it over.
And they're giving away a $20 gift card plus a real nice T-shirt.
Nice.
So I might have to dawdle over there. I don't know if I can give blood, but the EFIT Club, change your fitness, change your life. It's got everything: classes, training, cardio, e-gym. I'll tell you, it's top-notch quality place. Small, intimate. It's priced right. Tell them Talk One Radio sent you. They may extend you a little courtesy discount.
Or they might work you out even harder.
Yeah, or they'll
Yeah.
Jay pounds me into the ground.
Oh, you know Al. Yeah, you're gonna get that.
Yeah.
Heavy duty work.
I'm a Tuesday, Thursday guy for Jay McCoog. He's my personal trainer. Yesterday, he destroyed my lower body. Tomorrow, I'm sure I'm going to, I'm going to be, I don't know, rowing for around the world or.
Around the world. Hey, speaking about Popeye, he was a real dude.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't know that. I saw a post on that the other
I
day.
used to work with
Yeah.
him. That's how old I am, young man.
I didn't work. We sailed the seas together.
All we did was
Right.
eat spinach.
All right. Well, please visit those special sponsors of our show and tell them, when you go in there, say, Talk One Radio has been talking you up. And we're all about that. We're all about small business. We're all about helping each other, especially as small business people in the local area. If you got a small business that you can't get any play, you don't have any money to market it, call us. We'll give you a 30-minute free interview. You can sell your products or service. I mean, we're easy going. We want to build our connections in the community. And we want to build some bridges too of communication.
And that's how initially we really connected.
Right.
Because I was able to talk about my business here on Talk One Radio.
Mhm.
That was about 2 years ago, I think. something
Right.
Like that. So
Yeah, it was.
Do it.
I remember that date you said right there.
yeah,
And we had a great time. We were talking about wrestling.
we're talking about wrestling. We're talking about good old times with the pro wrestling. And
Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful,
yeah,
passed away.
well,
That's sad, huh?
yeah, it is sad. I mean, actually, I was thinking about it when I was interning with World Championship Wrestling back in 1998. He was the first person I came in contact with. And I totally marked out to him. I was like, "Oh, Paul, Mr.
What does that
Wonderful."
mean? What does that mean?
Marked out. I was like, I was a hardcore. I turned into my super fan.
Ah,
Like, oh, I know I work here, but you're one of the best. You're like, oh, go get my coffee.
yeah. Hurry up with my coffee.
Yeah, so yeah, he
Mr. Wonderful.
he paved the way for a lot of wrestlers to make their way. And WrestleMania 1 was a big thing, and he was the main eventer with Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, and Rowdy Piper. So
Yeah.
it's
I
good stuff.
lost a good friend over the weekend too.
Oh, sorry to hear.
A guy I used to work with about 30 years ago. His name is Bill Ellison, an eclectic individual. worked at Akron Canton when I knew him, and we called him Numb, N-U-M, like numb. He's brain numb, you know.
Yeah.
But he was a supervisor with me, and he was quite a character, quite a guy. I mean, his brother, I forget what his first name was, drove the Green Monster. You know, that jet car?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
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 I can't think of the guy's name that I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Is it Green Mamba or something like that? Was that what you're
The
talking
Green
Mamba?
Monster. It's called the Green Monster. You can look it up.
Yeah.
You get all the time in the world over there. Look it up.
Engineer, can you look it up?
Yeah.
I'll be right on it.
After I get the pay raise this
That's-
week. Yeah.
You can talk to the financial advisor after that.
Oh,
Guys can't even figure out how to turn off the audio.
yeah. What do you think you're selling?
That's because we got Popeye in the house tonight. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. I've never heard of the Green Monster. I thought that was
I
Yeah.
thought that was like
that was
Bigfoot,
Boston.
Bigfoot or something. I was
That
thinking
was the
monster.
Green Monster
trucks.
was the wall up in Boston.
Oh, that is the Green Monster. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
Producer.
Green Mamba.
Help me out.
Green Mamba.
Because
Green Mamba.
well, if he was drag racing, I think I remember. There
Well,
was,
I mean, he was doing that, and
Great
he
Rocky
did
Fire.
the
He said it was a rocket plane.
no Rocky Car. It was like
Oh, right.
he did the Bonneville Salt Flats. I think his brother drove for him or turned a wrench for him or
That's
something.
cool.
yeah. Well, there is, and I was right. Fatal Green Mamba jet car crash. Now, if he's doing quarter mile, there was such a thing as the Green Mamba. See, you guys.
Well, what
you
Yeah.
told me.
what time?
Trivia pursuit.
What year? What year was that? Yeah, right.
Yeah. You know, there's like 24-year-old drag racer Kate Mahler killed in jet car crash. Let's. I don't know, I'm going to click on this first one here and see. I can't guarantee anything because I just did DuckDuckGo. Mahler was an exhibition. No, that's not the Green Mamba. I'm sorry, folks. Bear with me.
Bottom line is that's dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, then this goes back. This is Fort Walton Beach. This is 2008. Some of these are like in the early 2000s. Legendary 80-year-old Green Mamba jet car drag racer. Maybe this is 35 years ago. Doug Rose. No, this. So that wasn't. This not your buddy. Sorry.
No.
Wrong answer.
Well, whatever.
But there's a Green Mamba.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
But maybe there's a Green Monster race car too.
Yeah. I know it was a jet car because I saw it.
Okay, I'll look that up. Let's see.
Yeah, but I'm trying to.
How'd you see it was so fast?
And did he race this in Ohio?
No, the producer sends me Fenway Park.
Yeah, Fenway Park. Yeah, we're right.
Never mind.
The Green Monster.
Never mind. I know I get everybody running in circles. Let's get back to some news that we can use. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Numb.
Rest in peace.
You're one of my favorite guys. You know, he had the Marty Feldman eyes too. It was so funny, that guy. But he liked his beer and he liked his smoke. So I don't know if that took him by. You haven't found that out yet. But he's no longer on the planet. Here's a guy that endured something, boys. You might think that your life sucks and things are really crashing down around your head, like you know, like a microphone is on, you know, and we're supposed to be in commercial. Let me tell you something. Here's a story from Bill Ellison. Not too funny either. When I get done telling you, you won't be laughing.
Cranking it up here. Okay.
This his wife was driving home in her minivan, and local police were in hot pursuit of a bad guy, and the bad guy T-boned a van, killed every one of his kids. She survived. How sad is that, huh? So I mean, life is. Bill was never the same after that.
No.
I mean, you would talk to him and he would just kind of start crying. I mean, and I don't blame him. I mean, his kids were like 7 and younger.
You just go numb, I think, after all that.
We did call him numb,
There you go.
but
I remember you talking about that a while back.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about
Yeah.
that, and it's very unfortunate, and it's like,
I mean, I don't know how you can even, phantom stuff like that. Like a whole family gets killed in a plane crash or something like that. I mean, that's just
You never recover.
no. I don't think so. You can through Christ, you can recover. But I mean, it's still
it takes time.
still heavy on your mind, right?
Oh yeah, you never forget about
No,
it.
that's like the Green Monster was named of several. Listen to this. Okay, now we got.
Oh my God,
Now we're down.
Now we're.
I got a radar lock.
Yeah,
I'm too close for missiles. I'm switching to guns.
Yeah, there you go.
Goose, get
You guys with your video games.
That's Top Gun, dude.
Top Gun, yeah. Highway to the danger zone, brother.
The Green Monster was the name of several vehicles built by Art Artfons and his half-brother Walt. They range from dragsters to a turbojet-powered car, which held the land speed record 3 times during 1964 and 65. Well before your time, lads.
Yeah, thank goodness for that.
I wonder what you have to do to calm yourself down during that trip.
Yeah.
Okay, we went from the Green Monster in Fenway Park. We got the answer right. Just gets a little extra treat tonight.
That's called loose tangential thinking, by the way.
There.
Psychologists that are listening. But thanks for sharing that.
No, there you go.
I didn't mean that.
The more you know.
Remember those PSAs? The more you know.
It didn't hold up.
Brought to you by Mr. Wonderful.
It didn't hold up to the Green Mamba story, but
Or the Green Mouse.
but we didn't.
Okay.
We did identify it as a vehicle.
And then, you talk about the Green Monster, they had the All-Star game last night. Did anybody watch it?
I'm not watching any of that.
I was just gonna say this is a great segue to sports, and you were reading my mind.
Yeah, I'm glad because All-Stars, the AL All-Stars won 5-2.
Well, they had to play because they moved it from.
I think they won 8 years in a row or something.
They moved it from Atlanta, Georgia,
Oh,
to where was it
killer.
over?
The Battery.
Denver.
Denver.
Yeah. Atlanta, I guess, wasn't accommodating to what they were looking for to do, and over there in Atlanta, that's a nice stadium over there. I mean, it's real nice.
Yeah, it just screwed all the people that work. Vendors.
Oh, everybody.
Servers.
They packed up.
Hotels.
And they got a lot of restaurants over there, and everything.
Exactly right.
Real nice.
So
what is that,
millions of dollars
Yeah.
taken away because somebody thought it was not desirable.
Oh well.
Because they're making it harder to vote in Georgia,
voter
don't
suppression
you know?
in Georgia. We got
that's
that.
what it was.
That's what it was.
Oh, yes.
Did they move it to Coors Field? And is that what it was in Denver,
Yeah.
or is it a new field? I don't know. I don't watch baseball anymore.
I don't
I don't
either.
watch baseball a lot either, but I believe it was a Coors Field.
Interesting.
Don't count me on that. But.
Hey, so did you watch the MMA fight on Friday or Saturday night?
Yeah.
With Conor McGregor did
I
the
saw
stanky
it.
leg.
I
didn't see
watched it, man.
Yeah, Al watched it.
I fell asleep, but I did watch it on Twitter, and then he broke his ankle. But he was getting worked from what I was told.
He was getting tuned up.
He's lost it. He's
Yeah.
lost it. I mean, he can still sell tickets though, and they'll probably get back. But he just came out of surgery. Connor did,
Yeah, right.
and I just think he needs to go.
Well, it was a high break.
Oh man, you just saw it. Man,
Oh, I
was just
did. I saw it.
Oh my goodness, and it's too bad too, especially for people that pay $80 for the pay-per-view and people that go see it. And you want to see a good fight. And it's just lately with Connor, it just hasn't been good
Oh wow.
at all.
Well, he was two different divisions, or
Well, he was the first double champion. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
okay.
was like
Right. So this was
was
like
like lightweight and featherweight, right? And so I think Connor's done. When you're making all that money too, I mean, your drive.
Well, he's the highest paid sports figure according to Forbes.
I think his next fight is going to be with Jake Paul, the YouTuber guys. I just don't. Dana White says there could be a rematch, and he's like, "Oh, you didn't beat me." Then he told Poirier that he was going to kill him and his wife after the fight. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you." He put his hands, he got like a gun thing. He's lost it. He has really lost it. Because the first fight, he was like,
Oh,
oh, this is going to be a good fight. I really respect him, everything. But then he amped it up this fight because he's like, that's not selling anything. I mean, I need to amp it up. But, you know, start talking about people's wives and murdering and stuff like that. And, you know, that's just drawing the line, man. It's not even pro wrestling. They don't even do that.
So you're saying he lost? I was thinking like Rocky, like Eye of the Tiger, like he's got to get the Eye of the Tiger back. But
He's got to go flat broke like Rocky did. You know, back in like Rocky 5 or something like that, where he fought on the streets.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was.
He's not going to go flat broke though. That guy has got more money than he knows what to do with.
$168 million.
He's the highest paid.
On his
athlete.
last fight, he made 160.
No. That's how much he made
His
in
total purse.
2020.
Yeah, but you know,
Wow.
with Connor, like when he was winning and he was talking and backing it up, that was something to be seen. And and it takes a lot. You can't find that all the time. It's like an eclipse happening. It doesn't happen. A lot of people talk the talk, but he was kept ripping off fight after fight after fight because he'd get in everybody's mind.
Right.
And now that they've seen that he's been beaten pretty badly by Nagomedov and Diaz. He was beaten by him the first go around. You know, he can be beat. You know, and there's guys, you know, the evolution of the fight game, it just keeps, these fighters just keep getting better and better. I mean, they come out of the womb and they're already grappling. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
I mean, these guys are faster, bigger, younger, stronger.
he's 32 years old.
Right.
I think he's about to be 33. So, I mean, that's still young for a fighter, but, you know, the time is coming.
Well, I mean, he looked scrawny to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, at
yeah.
155. I mean,
You should have saw him at featherweight.
oh, it was ridiculous. You know, where he's chasing the belts. But I think his rehab is going to be so long, it's going to fall out of sequence.
Yeah, he's going to be like, what? So if he's going to be 33 coming up, he'll probably be 35 before he fights.
Yeah.
You know?
Why don't he just open up a gym and that's it? You know, do a worldwide.
He could just sit back and drink pina coladas for the rest of his life. I
Right.
mean, he really doesn't have to do much. But, you know, those guys, they like the attention, you know?
Yeah.
They like to be in the limelight. He could probably be a great commentary.
Oh my God! Yeah, he better than Big Spring or whatever.
With Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe is like, you know, he's kind of. Even Joe was like, when he said I was going to kill, want to kill you guys, and Joe's like, what are you talking about?
Take it easy. Yeah.
So yeah, you know, he's got a long road ahead of him. I don't think anything's going to happen with him for quite some time. And you know, he had a lot of ring rust. I mean, he hasn't fought much since he hit 30. So, you know, there's guys out there that are hungry. You know, I always say that with like even metal bands and rock bands, when they make it big and they get all that money, they lose that edge.
Yeah.
You know,
Happens to a lot of
it happens to a lot of
successful
people. Yeah.
I mean, it's changes you.
Even actors. I saw Nicolas Cage in this weird movie the other day about him being like a janitor in a Showbiz Pizza or something, and had to fight all the Showbiz Pizza dolls. I'm like, what is this?
He's trying to make bills.
Yeah, well, he's had a lot of divorces, so you know.
Well, like I said, he is trying to make bills, man.
But
I don't know.
It happens to the best.
Conor
of them.
McGregor, Dana White, UFC.
Donald Trump was there.
Yeah, that's what Jeff was telling me, and they were all, you know, roaring for him. I didn't see it at all. They didn't cover that at all.
No, they didn't cover that.
They didn't cover it, but I understand you get an opportunity in bare knuckle race.
No, I might. It's a possible opportunity. You know, we'll see. Bare knuckle boxing. Yeah,
I watched that on the YouTube, man. Oh, serious business.
Yeah, the longevity of your career there is not going to be long. So, yeah, Paige Van Zandt went over there. I don't know how she did, but
yeah,
it's just that's a brutal. I mean, it's like that movie. Remember that movie Far and Away with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or like Fight Club and stuff like that. You know,
Right.
you just don't last long.
No. That's some pretty nasty stuff, man. Really.
But yeah, if I can get some work there, doing their videos and you know, Susan Singari works over there, and she worked on America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
She worked on that show, and
Wow.
she was a reporter. So, you know, she's cool. I like her. I had a good conversation with her. We'll see where it goes.
Nice. When you have to move to Florida.
No, just take a road trip once in a while. I mean,
There you go.
you know, if I get a ring announcing gig, I would highly consider it if I'm getting paid well. But you know, ring announcers don't make that much
You're
money.
going to be
in
like
reality.
Buffer. I love when he does turns in the red corner.
I used to do fights on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, a buddy of mine came over to my house the other day, and they were watching fights, and one guy was mentioning, he's like, "Hey, you remember the fights on the island?" And he's like, "I know the guy that did the ring announcing over there."
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun, man. That was a
Where
good time.
where were they held?
It was at the tennis and racket club over there,
Wow.
right by Carrabba's, where Carrabba's
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
be. Yeah,
sure.
yeah, it was right over there, and it's around like 2013, 2014-ish. I did about 2 or 3 shows over there, and with the owner of Riptide MMA, John Juarez. He's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
dude, and yeah, then all good things always come to an end. It seems like, and that was a good gig.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, mine's like, get ready to wage war, and everybody got jacked up on that one. So yeah.
Had pretty good attendance back then.
Oh yeah, it was packed. We had
was
a guy
this
like
boxing or was this
it was
like
MMA.
MMA?
Yeah, it was MMA. And we saw a lot of good fights, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I wish it'd come back, but
Yeah.
There's good money in that.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, the fight game, especially, I think it was a lot of amateur fights. So the fighters didn't make any money. They were just all amateurs.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you could,
Promoter and getting people together and ticket sales.
yeah,
Maybe
keeping
it's
all the
different.
fighters on track, making sure they get all their physicals and everything like that.
Right.
It's like a lot of babysitting, from what I
Yeah.
was told. So, and and MMA is not. It's huge, but it's not like it used to be. It's
Well,
really,
they watered it down. I mean, there was like fights every week and every other night.
It's kind of like wrestling when they do pay-per-views every month.
Yeah.
It's just wrestling just kind of lost its luster for me, because it's just I don't want to watch soap operas. So I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. I like Dark Side of the Ring though. Dark Side of the Ring is a good show. If you
Yeah.
ever get to watch
What
that
is that
show.
on Vice? Or?
Yeah, it's on Vice.
Yeah.
They have Dark Side of Football on there, Dark Side of the Ring, and it just goes through a lot of the wrestlers I grew up watching, and how tragic their lives were, and how awful. Jake the Snake Roberts was molested. He had a tough upbringing.
Well, he's a pretty big guy. I mean, you would take advantage of him.
Well, he was a kid when
when he was a kid.
It was his stepmom.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was a stepmom. So, yeah, he had a rough upbringing. His dad was like a big time wrestler. He was like 7 foot, huge guy, but he did a lot of really, really bad things. And he goes into that. But Jake's turned it around, and he worked with DDP Yoga's. I mean, not DDP Yoga, but DDP. He's one hell of a motivator. And whoa, okay, I put my phone on silent, and there you go.
Okay, with that, we're going to the last break in the night. We'll be right back. You're listening to Talk One Radio.
Time to take my medicine.
Yeah.
I've got some extra right
I
here.
put it on silent. I don't
Just
even know why.
Just unplug it, man.
Jeez Louise.
Maybe your wife went out and got meatballs for you.
Mike's still hot, guys.
Gosh, I love my wife. What are you talking about?
Just unplug it from the
Meet
back.
the ball. Meet the ball. I'll just get some Taco Bell. Yeah. What happened?
Oh, the connection on this.
You like those little earpieces better? You guys like those?
I like this, yeah. This Bose headset, that's all this is.
It's probably clear as a whistle.
It is beautiful.
I think I'm going to switch out the earpieces on this. But yeah, it works pretty good.
Yeah, I'll be like next month will be a year. I've worked out 4 days in a row every day for the whole year.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty svelte.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Look like you're a good cheerleader again.
I've been actually training my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the pool. I can throw her up, put her in my hands, and
Catch
extend her. Yeah, I can put her in one hand.
Wow.
But then I come out of that and my back's all jacked up. The next day I'm like, oh my God, I can't walk. But she's good, man. I told her, I said, you should start doing some cheerleading. We're getting her into softball.
Good.
Yeah, my wife was a softball player, so
Beautiful.
I want to see her in something with a score.
Yeah.
That makes me excited, we can root her on and stuff.
I got one of those T-balls at home, it's adjustable
Yeah.
with the ball on top.
Yeah, I might be starting bowling again here in August.
I got to get a real light ball if I bowl. I can't. I got no grip.
I miss my bowling league, bro. I haven't bowled in like almost 2 years.
What did it cost you to bowl over there?
$16. We bowled 3 games.
16, and then
every week.
you put anything in for the bets or?
No, all that money goes in to a pot at the end of the season. Whoever finished first, second, third, they get payouts.
Oh.
Yeah. And
then what do you guys have a couple beers and pizza?
Yeah, I always have a beer.
Yeah, you got to when you're bowling.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then it was taken away by COVID.
These people with this COVID, stop bothering us with this nonsense. This Fauci guy.
COVID.
What do you got up your sleeve there, Jeffrey?
Well, just
Are we gonna come back out like Raging Bull on this Bluffton cop thing? I think we should. I want to bring up the fact that she.
Whatever you want to talk about.
I think I want to talk about the fact that she went out and bought a $13,000 leather couch that turns into a bed for her office. Are you kidding me or what? Meanwhile, one of her patrolmen or patrol people needed a new pair of boots. She said, go get them fixed. She redecorated her whole office over there. Now she's got people resigning left and right. That, you said it all. It's a reflection of leadership.
It's going to be a shortage because you have to train new people that come in. So
Sure.
it's a big, long process. So,
Okay, that's your last break, folks. You got us to the end of the hour. Me, Brad, Jeff, Zap, Big L, and Brad Storm.
Mr. Wonderful.
And Mr.
Well,
Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful's filming right now.
That's it.
why, thank you.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we got to do some media, man. We're nationwide and all. I just put in for Epoch Times TV.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Told them, hey, listen, we're available. Give us a shot. We're on board. So here we go, Jeff. Let's talk more about this.
Deer in the headlights here.
Let's talk more about this.
Well, I gotta make a
Bluffton
few corrections.
PD.
So, I don't know when this was. I can't even remember when we were talking about this. It's been so long. So one of the breaks before we went to break, we were talking about the situation here with the Bluffton Police Department. And I think I demoted the chief, by the way. I think I called her captain. So I apologize for that. It's Chief Stephanie Price, who is the chief of the Bluffton Police Department. And then I think I promoted a corporal to a captain. I'm sorry, I didn't have my glasses on. I think it was Corporal Bates.
He's the guy that left, right?
Outgoing Corporal Bill Bates. I'm sorry. I had promoted him to captain. So at any rate, we were discussing that there's some concerns, and Mayor Salko was certainly concerned with some of the personnel changes there,
Right.
resignations, some other things. And I was just pointing out to the fact that there's, we had summer of mass protesters last year. We've seen this whole attack on the law enforcement and to defund the police. Rate of retirements have risen over 45% in some departments. And that's across like 200, a survey of 200 police departments across the United States. So,
Right.
but again, at the end of the day, I think it's those that have either served in law enforcement or the military that recognize that the success of any organization, especially in situations such as that, the responsibility, the rise and the fall, the leadership, it rises and falls upon the shoulders of the leadership of that
Absolutely.
organization.
Right.
So, but hopefully, because this community, as we've talked about before, Bluffton, it's so important to have the officer cadre,
Yeah.
all locked in and ready to go out and protect and serve the community. Of course, we're fortunate enough to have the Beaver County Sheriff's Office as well here in this large county that we have. But that was just news to me. I'm not in the know with some of these, things that are happening here within our community.
Right. Well, I mean, I just think that some of the stuff that was reported today in the paper, where the chief went out and purchased a $13,000 couch. I mean, I've never done that in my life. I've never even seen one.
Where did you get that? Was that a report?
And it was in the email letter that Bates wrote on the outbound.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It's
So-
down buried there a little farther. I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
It's that pops out into a bed, I guess, for those late night deals that a chief has to go through. But when you have other patrol people on your squad, in your department, that don't have a pair of boots that can hold up to the rigors of running after bad guys, and they make it known that they need a new pair of boots, and you tell them to go get yours fixed,
Yeah.
come back later. I mean, what is wrong with you, man? You should have these people, kitted up to the maximum. They put their life on the line every single night. And you're over there horsing around about a pair of boots. I mean, not only to mention now that we've heard one side of this, nobody from the PPD has come forward or answered their phone for these reporters that did one hell of a job once again. This Casey Bayless kid, I am, definitely shining up to him.
Yeah, he's done a great job. And this other gentleman, Jake Shore, that we're talking about, the Island Packet article, that was their contribution, both of those
Right.
reporters. So again, I wasn't trying to stir up anything either. I was just simply reporting. I saw this, I think yesterday afternoon, and I was really surprised because I had no idea that we had issues in
Right.
our own Bluffton Police
Well, here's
Department.
the guy, this Bates cat. I mean, he's been around for what, 5 to 7 years. I don't know what exactly it's.
Yeah, it was a corporal, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Corporal, then sergeant. Isn't that how it goes? in the
yeah,
police department?
he's worked hard to get where he was, and he just said, "I've had enough of it," and he cited the reasons for him leaving.
Yeah.
And one of them, which rang true to me, was the toxic work environment, where the top shelf of the upper management in the Bluffton Police Department are a big clique, and they just treat their people like minions. Instead of,
that never works well.
no way. Why would a guy take the time to write that kind of scathing email on his way out the door?
Obviously, if he's been there a while and he enjoys what he's doing, right?
Right.
Prior to that, I'm assuming must have been at least, again, I'm making a lot of assumptions here, folks. So excuse me for being, I'm somewhat naive to this whole situation, but I've been in organizations where there has been toxic environment as a result of poor leadership.
Right.
And I don't know if that's the case here, but it seems, at least from one side of the story, that this individual, this corporal, was really disappointed and disenfranchised, and
Well, it's
said,
probably
"Enough,
hard.
I'm out of here."
Well, yeah. I mean, and then somebody from upper management says, this guy puts his papers in to resign.
Right.
They go, too bad, let him go. Now that's an unverified quote that
Right.
he wrote. He just said, let him go. There'll be more.
And then the disconcerting
I mean-
thing, as you mentioned, we talked about this earlier, the gentleman that was demoted 2 grades,
Right. From a
captain
captain
to a sergeant.
How do you
That's unheard of,
function?
isn't it?
How do you function? Now he's running traffic. I mean, you tell me that this is, I don't know if it's a string that runs through this county or what happens with, the county council, instead of, if this person was that bad,
Right.
you would think that a midterm evaluation would have brought that up. They could have identified his weaknesses, ensured that he built on those, remedial training, whatever it took. The guy's a captain. It's not like this guy's not been around.
I agree. I hear you loud and clear.
And I can't believe it. Now the guy's just doing his job. I'm sure he's just like bread and butter. He just goes in, puts the time in, punches out. See you later, writes the tickets, no breaks for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my job within the confines of my job description. Those are the kind of people that, don't last too long after they retire. And we not only have a veterans problem where we're losing 22 plus veterans a day to suicide, but law enforcement, they just found a Chicago police officer dead in his apartment with his 1 day off. He offed himself. So, you're going to treat these people like this when they put everything they have on the line to protect us and serve us. But, they're just nothing but a pain in the ass when they write you a ticket. Well, you're lucky that's all you got is a ticket. You're lucky to give you the privilege to drive, as wild as I see some of these maniacs drive around here. So, I feel for the people over there in Bluffton PD and the street cops that are out doing their thing and doing it to the best of their ability. You need to have somebody come in and look at the upper management of that team over there, mayor, and get down and get into a little team building or something. You need to crack that egg.
You got to figure out how to keep your officers from leaving.
Right.
Because
5 in the last 2 months.
I've been
So there you go.
I've been to some of these recruit events.
Right.
They have, Bluffton recruit events. They're great. But there's nobody coming.
Right.
You got like 10 or 15 people trying out for the police department, and maybe one of them makes it through the whole process. They go through the physical agility, they pass that, and then they got to go through a lie detector or whatever else they have to go through, psych eval, and then you're left with maybe one person. So it takes at least a year or so to even train them up to par. And so if you're losing like people with seasoned veterans, this is a concern. This is a concern.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about the couch, but at the fire department, we slept on a cot and it had, a nice little bed frame. And that was it.
Right.
You didn't have no luxurious couch. Who the hell, why you need that? What are you having parties over there?
Yeah, especially, not only was the $13,000 couch, but the whole, her whole office was redecorated.
For what reason?
You get to ask the chief.
The thing is, if your officers are coming up and saying my boots aren't, they're not up to par.
I need a new
I'm going to go to a
boots.
friggin' shoe keeper. He's going to, what is he going to do? Fix them? Give me a new pair of boots. This is Bluffton. This is not, we're not living in the inner city here.
Right.
This is Bluffton. And if you can afford a $13,000 couch, you can go get somebody a new pair of high techs.
Well, where's the oversight then? Who's appropriating these purchases, or just in the budget?
Well, I would think the town manager would have a handle on that.
Well, yeah.
We asked the chief to come on board with us to do an interview with us, and her response was, "I have to check with the administration."
Well, I guess
of the town. This is we're a media.
Scared.
Yeah, I guess. Right.
That's
scared.
probably what it is.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, if I had her on the line right now, 1-843-800-1492, Chief, I would definitely ask you why you needed a $13,000 couch.
You don't need
that turns into a bed.
You don't need any more reasons. The cops already are getting, just hammered from all this,
from all sides
to fund the police, right. And now there's going to be less officers on the beat. And now these officers that stick around, they're going to have to work overtime.
Sure.
Will they get paid for overtime? That's another question. They're going to get paid overtime.
We hope so.
And you're going to burn them out and they're going to leave.
Yeah. Before I forget, the reason why she bought that couch with the pop-out bed was that her new home in Bluffton was being built.
What is?
So what does that mean?
I didn't
What does
know.
that mean? You're gonna bunk out in your office? Go
Yeah.
get an apartment like everybody else
Yeah,
does.
I had a futon in college. That was fine.
I can't. They haven't found a futon that can hold
Hey,
me.
it's a,
sleeping bag.
it's a couch that
Yeah.
turns into a bed. I
What's
mean,
it gonna take?
but hey, I get you want to be comfortable, but you also take care of your people.
That's it.
I don't know. We didn't like you said. We're not hearing this. There's some conjecture, at least on my part, and trying to figure this out. And we give her the benefit of the doubt too, to give her side of the story,
Yeah,
which
that'd be
she's
great.
more than capable of coming on and explaining it if she'd like to.
But
Well,
somebody-
she's not gonna, air the dirty laundry of the PD.
Yeah,
that's
Well,
for
she
sure.
not say berated, but basically saying that there's no truth to Corporal Bates's his.
He just, what is it? Just make believe, the land of make believe. He's
Yeah.
gonna write some kind of fantasy
So
island.
there's something going on here.
Right. Why would a
Yeah.
guy sit down and write a 3-page, disparaging letter
All right.
about the
If
place that he
everything-
just
yeah.
worked 5 or 7 years at?
If everything was great, he would just leave and say thank you very much and
Yeah.
gone.
A couple of them said, "Hey, we're out of here. We're going to Hardyville."
Yeah, here's the deal. They're going to other officers in the administration and asking for letters of recommendation from people that aren't even in the PD. Right then, that's the red flag, Mayor.
Ooh,
You should call them all in there. All 3 of those people that are in upper management say, I want to know what the
Yeah.
HE double hockey sticks
There
is
you go.
going on.
I agree.
And that's it. I don't want to hear anything other than the truth, or else we're going to have some change. There will be changes made. This is incredible. I mean, first it was this Ashley woman that was Jacobs,
Right.
that gets summarily booted out of town, but she took her full pay and benefits with her
mhm.
for a year, thankfully, being mistreated, as far as I'm concerned, by the commissar of the council, making her sit in a hallway for 3 hours before you come in and tell her that her services are no longer needed. She's redundant. Please post your resignation. And then we have 5 officers resigning in Bluffton, with, I guess I got 3 from the academy coming in, which Brad makes an excellent point. All have to be field trained. I mean, you don't go from like the
No,
classroom.
This is not Police Academy, the movie.
Right. You're not. They don't issue you a car and say go after the bad guys wherever you find them. I mean, that's not how it works, folks.
It's not chips.
You go through the academy,
I love that.
and then
John
you go through the academy, and then you have to spend probably 6 to 8 months
Well, then you
with
wonder.
a
If,
training officer.
well, then you wonder too if they're hurting for officers. Do they speed all these new recruits through the academy? Or do they just, make it a fast and easy way out of there into the field?
Well, I'll tell you, that's a whole nother topic with me about standards of training.
Oh, I hear you.
Stand by for that.
Is the FBI hiring?
Yeah, why not? They need more people to knock
FBI.
on doors.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want your shot?
Yeah. What was Corey Ellen said to us the other night when he was in here? The FBI visited him at his home in Charleston because I don't know, he made a remark that he was at the 1-6 event.
Oh, he was up in Washington.
Oh, was
Yeah,
he?
he was
Yeah.
there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought
he
he
was-
just talked about
Yeah,
it.
so remember he was filming and they were doing.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I'm
Was this
sorry.
the guy, the musician?
No,
The Overton report, Overton
yeah.
group
Oh,
gentleman
okay.
that was on.
yeah, very interesting brother in arms. I mean, he's a total freedom warrior as far as I'm concerned. His whole organization. They got big doings up at the Capitol this weekend on the 17th, right?
Yeah, the Freedom 515 and
Yeah.
Blexit and some of the others were going to be up there on off of Gervais Street backside.
On the back side.
House.
That's where you guys were that one time, or
We're in the front side.
in the front? Yeah.
Some goofy looking redhead with a big old megaphone.
I saw you, man. I saw you. I was watching it.
Right.
I was watching.
I
I hacked into the FBI deal. I saw you.
Yeah,
They had
that's all right. Well, that's
A
what the
view
reason
from-
we're
a
having
view
so many
from the
technical
van.
problems is they're probably.
Well, you need people.
I mean, they follow Tucker Carlson's text. Like they can't follow Big Al and Brad and Jeff.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, I'm-
Yeah.
I'm
Hey, you know,
small
they-
Bigger fish
time.
to
Come
you need
on,
people.
small
You
time.
know, you're a prime example of speaking and getting out there.
Yeah. No.
You know, and there's people that are doing that, but there's a lot of people that aren't, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of people knocking on doors. So
Well, not here in South Carolina, according to
Well, that's
our
great.
governor, right?
Yeah,
That's
the governor
fantastic.
says no way,
Governor said
if I want to go get the shot, I'll go to CVS or whatever.
no bueno.
but the doses to doors is certainly alive and kicking up in Mecklenburg County.
Oh yeah.
Make sure
North
you can
Charlotte.
you can speak. You're illiterate, so
You know,
What I don't understand, here's the question, just to throw it out there, is what's the big push? Has there ever been in the history of the United States, has there ever been a push like this for any other type of therapeutic?
nobody's ever
vaccine?
tried
yeah,
to force.
flu shot.
If they, let's say they had a cure for cancer or some other
That'd be-
malady.
That'd be great.
And I mean, do you think they'd push it this much? Why the push?
Yeah,
folks?
right.
Yeah,
That's
why
the
push?
question. Vaxamillions, free strippers.
Yeah, PX.
you know.
What is it?
Wait a minute,
What's
strippers?
new
Yeah,
Xbox?
out in Las Vegas, they were given if you went
Free
to
Yeah, right.
Flynn's, whatever, you get
Hustler
a free,
Club,
free
man.
dance
Oh yeah, okay.
with a stripper.
Nice.
You know, yeah, the Hustler. What's the guy's name? Flynn.
Oh, yeah,
Larry
Larry
Flint.
Flint.
Larry
Yeah,
Flint. There
the
you
story
go.
of That movie was good.
So all these,
Bad
incentives to do this, right? Free beer, all this other stuff.
Yeah, they got
Why?
free Xbox.
Why, for again, an experimental
Why
vaccine?
do people care what
Hey,
you
forget
do?
about
and
it,
what you
huh? Just
don't?
put a jab in your arm and you're good to
It's
go.
like
You
this
know, forget
battle
about
of the battle of well, you don't care about your next door neighbor, you don't care about this or that. If you get vaccinated, why the hell do you care about
Why
getting
should I
it
even-
from me?
Yeah, you got nothing to say to me about that, right?
I don't know. I mean, there's still people that are,
People are they're just bitchy in nature, and they just want to bitch about everything, and they're never going to be happy. Even if everybody got the damn thing, it'd still be bitching about something.
well, here's the question that I have. If our natural immunity is, for most healthy adults, 99% effective against the virus, but the most efficacious vaccine, I'm calling air quotes vaccine here, is only 95% effective. Now, when I went to school, is 95% greater than 99, or is 99 greater than 95?
Yeah, we're
Can
gonna-
someone answer that question?
we don't
for me?
need Doug Fair in here.
$1.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can name that tune in 1/4 note. Remember that?
Uh,
Grab the money. Grab the money. I don't know. There's something else at play here, but I'm just, what do I know? I'm just a dumb commoner.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Although I would say, interesting enough that over 4,000 people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 breakthrough infections, which means they received the
And he
shot,
still got it.
but they still got COVID-19.
Yeah, Joe Biden calls you un-American if you didn't get the shot.
Not my president.
But his son is not an American.
All of these new state voting processes are all offer more freedom than the state of Delaware, where he's from and where he
Oh, yeah.
represents. So, I mean, I don't know what everybody's, crowing up the Jim Crow area, everything's Jim Crow or
Jim Crow
Joe
2.0 is
Crow
what he's
or
saying, yeah.
whatever it is.
Jim
I
Crow
mean-
2.0.
Hey,
Yeah.
where's BS Bernie Sanders? What is he doing lately? 'Cause I
Bernie's mad. He's
He's talking about Cuba. Okay, Cuba.
yeah.
he needs to
He's
talk about.
mad. He wants more money spent on the social ills of this country.
He needs to get himself a $13,000 recliner and just chill.
Yeah. What's really troubling to me is Biden makes this impassioned speech because he's been told to, you better start, clanging the clang or banging the gong about this vaccination, or we're falling well behind. Where, they were bragging about everybody's going to be vaccinated by July. Sorry.
July.
There's a huge community in this country that's not taking the bait.
No, if you give that to your kid, man,
That's what they want.
Thinking.
They're staging it down from, what is it, 14
It's
to
13.
12 to
It
13.
was 13. Now it's going to go down to 10 probably.
Yeah.
Then it's going to go down to 5.
Yeah.
So forth. And then they're going to probably make you have a kid. Your kids are going to have go to school.
Right. I think that's the worst. We're setting it up for a bad
Oh
deal.
yeah.
We'll see what happens in the next couple of years. Everybody that got the
You got some
Yeah.
stats. Go ahead. Lay those stats out real quick before we got to go.
Well, I'll gladly report these for you. These are, this was compiled. I don't know if you guys ever watch One American News Network. Pearson Sharp is one of the guys. I think he does a really great job. But these were compiled by him. I verified them because I went to the, if you're not familiar with the vaccine adverse event reporting system, it's the CDC's VAERS. So according to Pearson Sharp, he did this. He actually has a nice video. You can go to One American News Network and check it out. 9,000 people have died from the COVID vaccines, which interestingly enough is up an additional almost 3,000 from the previous week. This is as of July 9th, so it's 5 days ago. So 9,000 people have died
Wow.
from the COVID vaccines. I'm not differentiating one particular pharmaceutical manufacturer from
Right.
the other.
Right.
That's compilation. Okay. Again, these are reported by the CDC.
Sure.
This is general public knowledge. Interesting enough, though, like over the course of ever since that they were reporting, or I'm sorry, compiling this data, the CDC is, I think over all the time it was like 2,400 deaths from adverse events from these vaccines. We're talking over 9,000 on COVID alone. That's
Right.
huge,
Yeah.
guys.
That's just here
That's
in the
like a
United
huge
States.
spike. Not playing on the spike protein there. We're
Right.
talking about that. There's been 19,000 severe reactions that have been reported as well. The interesting thing here, and I want to focus on a couple ones that I think you've probably heard about this, some of the blood clots with the J&J vaccine. Also recently on Monday, the FDA announced that there was going to be adding an advisory to the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine, warning about, some of you were like, what is he talking about? It's a syndrome called Guillain-Barré, and basically causes adverse events, which affects your nervous system. And this warning system, it's been reported or recorded 100 times recently. And this is a pretty significant, serious adverse reaction. Most of them required hospitalization and one fatality as a result of this, again, from the J&J vaccine.
Right.
The thing that I always like to also throw in here is we've seen more and more of these younger people pass away as a result of these injections. There was a couple weeks ago, actually on June 17th, a 13-year-old Michigan boy died after receiving his second shot.
From where?
Second shot of the vaccine on June 17th, and it doesn't say
The
obviously
manufacturer.
didn't say the manufacturer, just claimed that he died. And we've seen this over and over, especially young adults. Brad, you mentioned this. There's no way.
Mm-mm.
I mean, again, asymptomatic, transmission between these young adolescents and these young children. No, you have articles that are coming out with JAMA that are saying these kids should be wearing masks. They're still pushing that. Fauci said,
Right.
if they haven't been vaccinated, they need to wear a mask from 2 up.
So we can find out which ones haven't.
Even though we have his emails that say that wearing a mask is
Fauci's
absolutely
a fraud.
It
Guys.
changes his
Not
mind
a-
like
he's
the
a
weather.
right.
He's a fraud, and I'm telling you what, they need to dig deeper. They need to start doing their jobs up in Washington, up at Capitol Hill.
There you go. That's a wrap for us, folks. Thanks for listening, Brad Storm. Thank you
Good
very
seeing
much
you,
for
brother.
being in. We really appreciate you coming. You added a lot of flavor to the show tonight,
Yeah, bro.
especially with the MMA and all that. Jeff Zapp, of course, my steady Eddie baby.
See you on Friday.
Friday. Okay, Friday. It's the Jeff and Lori Zapp show.
No.
Lori Zapp will be in. She'll be discussing all the hard work she's been doing along with Jeff's hard work. to make this thing happen about voter fraud right here in South Carolina. And we'll see how many people have been dead or off the rolls for 25
I'm
years.
just a technical guy. I'm just I'm her support. She does all the hard work.
You guys work together well. So don't undercut yourself, man. And don't forget to check out Successful Seniors on Saturday morning, right here at 9 o'clock. Thanks for being here. Be kind to one another out there. Slow down on 278. Give each other a break. It's been a pleasure having you on board. We'll talk to you on Friday.
As the day sits on another.
Thanks, boys. Great show.
Yeah. That's fun. Always fun.
Hopefully those stats weren't too boring there at the end.
No, that was good.
What happened to your religious minute?
He canned the soulful moment.
I never did.
He said, "Man, how much more of that stuff?" Now. It's in there. It's just we never get to it. We haven't gotten to it the past couple of broadcasts.
Spiritual time.
But
I did too.
Yeah.
it's there. It's waiting. The next one will be maybe we'll do it on